We're going to just celebrate a great man today, Dunn. But first we're going to eat. So we're just going to pray now. So, Father, we just thank you for the gathering today, the people here that represent a man that was well loved. Father, we just thank you for this day and ask that you just bless this time of fellowship and friendships, good memories, and good food. So thank you in Jesus' name. And now you may be dismissed to go in the building and get some food. Thank you.
Set, on! Order.
At this present time, we're going to have some of the grandchildren that step up and say a few words.
Hi everyone, my name is Paige. I was Dunn's granddaughter. I prepared a couple words to say today. My grandpa was an amazing man, and the best grandpa ever. He did all he could do, and I loved him so much. We lost a great man. I was lucky to see him a final time, to see him and spend some time with him before he went in for his transplant. If I had a chance to get $1 million instead of being there, I would still choose to be with him. I came across a quote. Death may leave a heartache no one can heal, but love leaves a memory no one can steal. He was a great dad, grandpa, brother, husband, and so much more. We have so many Happy memories. One thing I know is he didn't go down without a fight. He did so many amazing things in his lifetime, including being a police officer. But one thing I know for sure is that I'm proud to say Don Dunn was my grandpa. Thank you for listening to me today.
Hi, I'm Alexis Dunn and I was number 679. This is to my best friend, my night owl, and the person who will forever be in my heart. Thank you for believing in me unconditionally. Thank you for the late night irrigation trips, and even giving us your jacket even though that meant you would be cold. Thank you for waking us up just to get you a beer. Thank you for telling me what food I should eat with ketchup and ranch. Thank you for taking us to the river even though Grandma said no. And thank you for being my grandpa. Hi everyone. Many of you may know me, but for those who don't, my name is Ashley, and there's a lot of people who know me. Everyone knows me by my cheeks. First off, I would like to thank everyone for coming out and celebrating my grandpa. I honestly never thought I would be doing this, but here I am now. My grandpa was and still is one of the most amazing people I know, and I want to thank him for helping me be the person I am today. Thank you, Grandpa, for all the late night coyote hunts, the river rides, the rides on Buddy, even after he dropped me off, and a lot more. Everything we did I will cherish forever. I love you more than words can explain. Every rodeo ride is for you. Every horseback ride is for you. Everything I have is for you. This isn't a goodbye, but a see you at the next rodeo. I love you, Don Dunn.
I don't know how this is going to go. Even since Donnie's passed, I'll find myself on a few occasions driving to work, and I can look over, and he is sitting right there, and I'm not kidding. I can see him, and how real it is for me is he'll say something stupid, and I'll look at him. He'll go, "What?" You know? I'm like, same with Donnie. You know. I think the whole thing is still pretty surreal, and looking over there at his picture, it's just hard to believe he's really gone. The youngest of all five, you know. I know my brothers have some stories that are special just to them, because one-on-one on Donnie. I was fortunate that Donnie moved over to Arisaig not long after I did. And we had a lot of fun. When he was over on Levita, and one of the many times we were sitting there drinking a case or two of beer in the afternoon, and we decided we were going to dig a deep pit. And yeah, some of you know the story, but you can hear it at deep pit. So we proceeded to dig a deep pit, and we had meager supplies to dig this deep pit, so we found a piece of culvert pipe that was not very big and very long, and engineered a way to get the fire started at the bottom of this thing after about several hours and several beers. And once we got it fired up, we didn't have nothing to put in it. He was a bachelor, you know, and Michelle thought I was at work, you know. And so he goes, I think I got a chicken in the freezer, so we'll get that chicken. And we put this chicken in there. Like, we're pretty proud of this. We built this deep pit, seasoned it, fired it up. I'm eager to figure out how this chicken worked out, and it's next morning, and I get over there, and of course Donnie's asleep. Wake him up, let's go dig that bird up. That bird came out like this. It was as raw as when we put it in. We didn't know better than that to seal the bottom of the pit and just pulled all the heat out of it as soon as we put it in there. But I'll never forget it, and I'll never forget a lot of Donnie used to rope me into K Remembers. Anytime I used to come over, he'd figure out shit for me to work on. I said, I come over here to work on your stuff. What's the problem? I don't know. I'm missing.
Okay.
My name is Bob Reeve-Schneider, those who don't know me. Don was my best friend. He was my partner. We were officers together in the prison system. In case y'all didn't know, yeah, Don was a prison guard. Pretty damn good one, too. He was, working with him was, words can't explain it. Fear did not run in that man's heart at all. I can sit here and tell you war stories about things that we've been through, and hell, we'd be going into tomorrow. But when the chips were down and things were bad, Don was there. We were shoulder to shoulder, patch to patch, and you know, he had to say, "You go, I go." Well, saddle up, buddy, because we're going. So, and he didn't have a problem with that. Don had a scar on his leg. Some of you may know. He was quite proud of that scar. I put it there. I'm going to use a bad word here. Hope the kids don't mind. I know. Anybody who related to Don Dunn, like, oh my God, really a bad word? What? He used to like to, hey, did I ever show you my scar? Let me show you what Bobby did. And he'd throw his leg up, pull his jeans up. Here, like my bitch mark? And what I liked about it is the story always changed. You know, it was every time he told the story, I'm like, dude, you're more entertaining than me. I mean, like, it just always like, yeah, you know, and next thing you know, I was trying to break this up, and then Bobby missed hitting this inmate. Well, what happened was, inmates were fighting, I took a swing at one with my baton, and Don stepped into it, and when I hit this inmate, boom, my baton went forward, and the knucklehead walked into the baton, and it hit him in the ankle. So he had to go to the hospital. Seriously, no BS. He had to go to the hospital. He's sitting there, the alarm's going, people are showing up, cops are going in. He's sitting there bleeding out of his leg, and we didn't have our alarms. We never used to carry our alarms. Why? Prison guards. We don't need no alarms. What the hell is that for? Here, the alarms are for the inmates. Here, you might want to press this in case it gets too bad for you. That's how Don would think. That's serious. There was no bullshit. Don would put the alarms in the desk. We don't need an alarm. All right, cool. Let's roll. So everybody shows up. Don goes hobbling over to the office, go get his alarm. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Man, we're gonna get jammed up because we don't carry our alarms. Don't worry about that. So he shows up, right? You know, he comes back. Cavalry's, coming on in, and he had to go to the hospital. I check up on him. I call him later that night. I go, hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? I'm on the couch. I got my leg up. I got a freaking drainage tube in my leg. Yeah, whatever. No, seriously, how you doing? I'm on the freaking couch. I got my leg up, and I got a drainage tube in my freaking leg because of you. I'm like, dude, what happened? Dude, you hit me so freaking hard, dude. You impacted some meat up against the bone. They had to dig it out with a spoon. Like, sorry. I had to go see him, and sure as hell, he had a drainage tube in his leg, and I'm like, wow, that's gonna leave a mark. So that's the Bob Reefschneider mark on his leg. I could tell you some more war stories about it, but we're not gonna get into that. It's just, Don was a good friend. He was a good partner. Best buddy you could ask for. Give you the shirt off his back. Tightest son of a bitch I ever met, though. God, he got no problem going down to the local store. Let's go buy a 30-pack. But you know, if you look at some of the stuff here I made for my boy. I got a classic. I got to tell you. I'm gonna give you a few more stories. I'm sorry. Yeah. ADHD's a bitch. Anyway, squirrel. Anyway, one day I show up to the house, right? And Dawn goes, dude, that's a nice looking belt. You know, because I tool leather. I made a few leather things. He goes, dude. He goes, let me check it out. So I take my belt off. I hand it to him. He puts it on. He goes, man, this looks good. Hey, thanks. Dude, really? He goes, well, you're gonna give it to me. You're gonna make me one anyway. I might as well just take this one. All right, whatever. So I had to go make another belt for myself. My boy done that more than once. Hey, dude, what? I'm not growing like you are, though. You might want to think about dropping a few pounds there. A few. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say, you know, just I'm looking out for you. But yeah, that's my boy Dunn. I love you, man. I'm gonna miss you until Valhalla. Later. I apologize. If there's anybody up here who wants to make a few comments, go on up.
Hello. Name is Ralphie Jimenez. Started department in '96. Me and Dunn, we pretty much grew up on a 2-yard. It's probably yard now, but it was 2-yard. You know, and all the stories about him, they're all true. They're all true. You know, that guy, he was just a rough and tough man. The way I would describe Dunn is, which is a word I use very seldom to describe a lot of people, just solid. You know, just a solid individual. And I don't use that word very often to describe a correctional officer. I don't, but he was solid. You know, I did a lot of my time on the swing shift, and he was in the morning shift, but it was 2-yard. Reef knew what 2-yard was about, you know, and Dunn did all his time on 2-yard. I did most of my time on 2-yard. Got to work with them. You know, I finally came down to the morning shift. Got to work with Dunn. Everybody wants to work with Dunn. You know, had his boots, you know. Only sealed with boots on, you know. So I get to work with them. And I'm there about a month and a half with Dunn and 2 Jim. It was a busy month and a half, you know. That's all I got to say about that. It was a busy month and a half. Ended up breaking my hand. No, not with Dunn. Apparently, he got caught up in a little lawsuit, and thank God I missed all that, you know. But I just want to let you know that he was solid individual. Reefschneider knows, you know. There was a story about him and an inmate. Inmate was escorting him. He was escorting the inmate. And apparently, Don wasn't paying attention, and he got kicked in the jewels. Yeah. And we had a good laugh about that for a few months, you know. But anyways, I did have the honor to work for a month and a half, and I'm very glad to have met him. My condolences. Thank you very much.
You know, I definitely love my Uncle Don. To us, cousins and stuff, it's just like the rest of our uncles. You know, they're almost like twins. I just felt like I had to say a couple things, like my Uncle Don bought me my first BB gun. Who remembers Dog? Remember Dog?
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget. My mom and dad would drop us off at Uncle Don's for like maybe a week during the summers.
Or three.
And that's when I got my first BB gun. That's when me and my brother got our head shaved for the first time. Just after he got done shaving Dog. He looked at me and my brother and said, well, yeah. Then he brought us over to Grandpa and Grandma Dunn's and they were not happy about that. I don't know, I just remember he taught us how to salt snails and throw cats. My Uncle Don taught me how to salt a snail and throw a cat. And I never knew cats would always land on their feet, you know what I mean? You know, these are the things I think about when I think about my Uncle Don. I don't know. What else? I mean, I could probably go on all night. What other cool stuff that we learned, you know? I don't know. That's all I gotta say. I love you, Uncle Don.
Thank you. Abe, no?
I can't do it.
Okay. Any other family?
I'll go.
There you go, Steve.
I'll go. I ain't scared. Leave this thing on? Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve. For those of you that don't know me, he's my father-in-law. It's been a long, weird road with Donnie for me.
Great way to start that. Enough said, Steve. Yeah, you got it. You gave the whole story up right now.
Right, miss you, Donnie. Nah, so I was about 17, I guess, and I started chasing his daughter around. I had a long, beautiful, flowing mullet. Something the chicks dig back then. And he hated my guts. He did everything he could do to keep me away from her. And those of you that know me, I don't give up real easy. And but Donnie's a big guy. And I thought he's gonna hurt me at some point, but I didn't care. And he caught me at the bowling alley one night, and I thought that was the time. I thought this is it for me. And he gave me the what for and everything, and I almost peed myself, but I stood my ground, and I was like, yeah, I don't care what you say. All right, whatever. And that was the last time he really picked on me. But so anyway, I ended up marrying his daughter and Kendra and all that, and having great kids, and yeah, grandbabies for Donnie. Wow. And as the years went by, you know, we got closer and everything, and he wasn't just a father-in-law. He was my friend. And he was everything a grandpa should be to my boys. So sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna miss him. I loved him very much. Thank you.
I have a flag. This flag was thrown at Avenel State Prison when we notified them that Dunn passed. Dunn had left a good many friends still working there at the institution. A lot of friends retired, gone about their way throughout the United States. Send their condolences. A lot of people who were partners with Don, whether it be by overtime or by they just happened to be there for the day or they got assigned to that position, whatever the case may be, they always knew that if they had Don for a partner, they were going to be okay. They were going to go home to their families. Don was a stud. Don was a badass. He was a quiet man. He was he didn't walk around. He wasn't all about, being a badass or being a tough guy. But that man did not walk away from trouble. And if he was in shit hit the fan and his partners were in jeopardy, Don was there. Don was there, no matter what. No matter who you are, what you were, male, female, it didn't matter to him. You know what? Because his thing is, no, we're going home. We're going home together tonight. And everything's going to be okay. A lot of people would contact me on Facebook and tell me that all the stories that they had with Don when they were working with him, how they knew that if they were going to be working with Don on an overtime shift, that everything was going to be good. They were like, oh man, cool, I got Don Dunn for a partner. They didn't have to worry. They didn't have to worry whether or not, bad things were going to happen, because Don didn't let bad things happen in his building. He used to tell convicts, no, you go do that stupid stuff out there. Go do that on the yard, not in my building. That's not allowed. And convicts would be like, okay, Don. Why? If y'all noticed, remember Don had bear paws, right? Big old bear paws. If I gotta come stop you from stabbing somebody or rioting or something, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna hit you with a baton. No. I'm gonna smack you sort of like, yeah, I can see your head go rolling down the tier or something like that. But Don had big old bear paws, and Don had not a problem whatsoever about adjusting somebody if they were doing stupid. Not a problem. So, to my boy Don Dunn again, I would like at this time, if y'all don't mind, stand up and let's have a toast to our friend, our relative, husband, brother, uncle, granddad, best damn friend that anybody could ever ask for, Don Dunn. Salute. Everybody. If there's anybody else who would like to step up and say a few words with about Don Dunn, now would be a good time.
Obviously the family knows me, the rest of you. I'm Jason. I'm Charlene's oldest son. I mean, you could tell by all the stories here, Don was two people. He was the badass that his partners talk about, and he was the family man that we talk about. All of us, nephews and nieces, I lived in Arkansas at the time as kids, but when Mom would come out to California for whatever the circumstance was, the boys showed up, and the nephews and nieces showed up. And like Kyle said, we would basically be dumped on Grandma and Grandpa and Uncle Donnie at night. And we spent a lot of fun nights at his house. Uncle Greg, that deep pit did not go unused. We did s'mores and all kinds of fun stuff. It didn't cook that well. It took a lot longer than normal, but we still got some done. I could just remember back in the good, doing the fun stuff, the lawn darts, chasing each other around. I remember with Dog, if you slapped Uncle Donnie, buddy, you better run, because that little midget was coming. We'd get in the sleeping bag, and that thing would tear us up. But he was always like Kyle said, we got blessed. We got great uncles. We got
There you
But-
go. There you go. There you go.
But Uncle Donnie was always the one with the big kid at heart, and he just related to us. And if we wanted to stay up till 1 in the morning, we were up till 1 in the morning. Whatever we wanted to do when we were on Uncle Donnie's time, we were on Uncle Donnie's time. And for that, well, and not to mention that goose hunting, all that stuff, he lit a fire in us for that. It was just always a fun time. I can never remember not a fun time with him. So, we miss you, Uncle Donnie. We love you. We know you're with Mom. One day we'll be there. Hopefully not tomorrow, but one day. And we'll never be forgotten. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to step up? No?
To the right.
To the right? All right. Thank you all for showing up. The family greatly appreciates it. I greatly appreciate it. I know we're all going to miss Don. But he's not gone. He's not gone. He's in our hearts and he's in our head, and we'll remember him till the day we meet up with him later in life. So, God bless you all. Thank you all for showing up. You all have a great day.